These are all the people that talk about how much they love democracy. And then we elect a president, and then they don't like democracy anymore. When the person they voted for doesn't get elected, then they don't seem to like democracy so much, I guess. It's kind of like someone that likes to play a game until they're losing, then they don't like the game anymore. Isn't that the same thing? How can you say you love democracy and then we vote for somebody and then you don't love democracy? I don't get it. But they're everywhere. They're out in force. I don't even know what that says. It's backwards. Hands off EPA, IRS, Medicare, Social Security. Your check's gonna get bigger, actually. Pretty sure your check's gonna get bigger, so I don't know what you're griping about. People just like to complain. I don't even think they know what, I don't even think people are informed at all. You know, there's people that just watch one news station. So if you watch only your favorite news station, then you believe it, then you might have a completely different idea of what's going on than what's actually going on. I think you need to kind of watch stuff across the spectrum and then arrive somewhere in the middle on your own to understand what's going on. It's not all bad, people. Yeah, maybe there's a couple of things I don't like, but I like most of it. Everyone's tantruming. Now I can smell that guy's disgusting exhaust. Oh, here's somebody with a Tesla getting out of Dodge. I would too right now. These people are deranged. These people are violent and they're deranged. They get triggered very easily by the word Trump or the word Musk. I think people are just misinformed mostly. I mean, if you realize that your Social Security check's actually going to get bigger, then why would you be upset? What is it that you love? Do you love the IRS? Do you love the government wasting all your money, fist pumping it down the toilet, as my cousin would say? I say I don't like DEI, and people say, well, which part of DEI don't you like? You don't like the diversity, you don't like the equity, or you don't like the inclusion? I'll tell you which part I don't like. I don't like the equity part, first of all, because if I go bust my ass and work hard, and you sit around and don't do anything except complain, then why should there be equity? Why should we have the same thing? As far as diversity and inclusion, I have no problem with diversity and inclusion as long as it's organic and it's merit-based. So I don't have a problem with those two things. I guess they're protesting stuff that we voted for. They're just complaining. They say stupid things like Musk steals and all these stupid things that make no sense at all. It makes no sense. They're walking around with signs that says no kings, no kings in America. It's just pure rhetoric. It's like it goes right along with it. They have no plan. And this is all they can think of when they have no plan is to kick and scream and tantrum and vandalize and terrorize. And you know, you gotta watch out for these people. They get triggered very easily and they're fucking violent. Yeah, we voted. I mean, it was very clear who won. So if you claim to love democracy, then how can you say, I don't understand how you can complain about it. If you say you love democracy, then just get on board for 4 years. See what you can do to help out. You know, these are all probably people that don't ever look in the mirror and admit anything that they do wrong. Everything is somebody else's fault. Did rich people swipe your credit card and run the bill up, or did you do that? You know, did a billionaire make dumb decisions for you, or did you do that? I don't get it. It's just pure, like, misdirected, misguided anger. And it's really sad. We don't need angry, misguided people walking around.
They're coming this way in about 10 minutes. They're going down the block.
There's somebody with a stinky old cigarette walking by me. Please. I bet none of these people could articulate anything that they're griping about. Sausages? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. You know, we can make sausages in America, though. You don't need to... You can avoid tariffs if you want to do business here. All you gotta do is do business here, and you're not gonna be having any problem with tariffs. You know, if you want to take your factory to China, you're gonna have a problem. If you want to buy everything from other countries, you're gonna have a problem. So I say just shut up and get on board. You know, the administration's trying to help your fucking ass out, you know, but you're just too dumb to realize it. Too busy complaining about the color of Trump's orange face, or something he said that you didn't like, or get over it. Just get over it. We're all, I mean, this is such a small group of people with an annoying voice. Do they think this is going to change anything? It's not. It's not going to change anything. It's not going to change anything. All you're doing is annoying everyone. Yeah, I know how it all works, but you got to break some eggs to make an omelet, Derek. You want to keep going down the path we were going down? Do you like having your money fucking flushed down the goddamn toilet? Do you like that? Does that make you happy when politicians are sneaking around, lining their pockets and taking all your fucking money and throwing it down the toilet? You like that? Right, that's right, Corey. Just do fucking business here. Do your business here and shut up and stop trying to take it. Stop trying to get other people to do your cheap fucking labor for you. We don't need any cheap labor. We don't want cheap labor. Cheap labor can just take a hike. We don't fucking need it. If somebody's going to pick a fruit in the United States, they should get paid a reasonable amount of money to do it. We don't need people migrating here and picking fruit for half price or a third of the price. I think that's racist. Oh yeah, we'll let you in. We'll let you in to come pick fruit. Then you can go home. Right? Hypocrites. I don't know every bit of history. But I know this. I know that stuff that's happening right now is stuff that I've wanted to happen for many years now. I'm almost 51 years old, and I can tell you I've wanted this stuff to happen for many, many years now. And it's finally, somebody's finally doing the stuff that I always thought needed to be done. Finally. So you go ahead and kick and scream all you want. Kick and scream and tantrum and burn stuff down. We're going to lock up every moron that's burning down Teslas. Every moron's going to get caught and thrown in prison. Federal fuck me in the ass prison for 20 years. Okay? So you go have fun. Enjoy. Well, we can bring most of it here, Derek. We can certainly bring more than... I had a statistic that 90,000 plants and factories have closed in this country. Is that okay with you? Why can't we make everything here, or almost everything here? And then rich people that live here can pay some tariffs to import the fancy shit that they want from France and their fancy champagne and their bullshit. Fine. I don't give a shit if you tax alcohol. Alcohol's poison. Give it 1,000% tariff on European alcohol, for all I care. Bunch of boneheads. We can make a car here, we can make alcohol here, we can make cigarettes here, we can make all the crap here that people think they need. We can make anything here. And it's time that we do, because all we produce, all we manufacture in this country is debt. And where has that gotten anybody? We don't fucking make anything here anymore. That doesn't work. That's why you're at Walmart buying cheap plastic fucking bullshit from Walmart. That's right, Corey. If we can't make it, maybe we don't need it. And if you need it so fucking bad, then pay the tariff and have what you want. You could argue that America was built on lots of different things. I mean, you could take many different sides of that, I think, but I think mostly well, I don't know. I'd have to think about my answer for that. I'd have to think about it. But I can tell you one thing. Most stuff that we have isn't made here. And that's a problem. Yeah, these are fair weather protesters. The sun's out today, so they're out here. I bet if I asked a random person to articulate what they're griping about, it would just be a comedy show. I don't think they could even tell me what they're complaining about. We're complaining about Musk. Musk is stealing. Musk is a billionaire. Why do you want a billionaire to come in and blah, 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 blah. My counselor asked me, don't you have a problem with these billionaires and stuff coming in and doing this? I said, I don't care who's doing it. At least we know who's doing it now. These people are all deranged. I gotta be careful because I live in my van around here and I don't need my windows busted out. So I gotta lay kind of low with what I'm doing, but what does that say? Democracy, no king, autocracy, something, something. Do you know what autocracy is? Probably not. Probably not. Do I know what it is? I'd have to look it up too, but probably has to do with totalitarianism. Which is, that means total government control. So you're talking about communism, Marxism, Stalinism, Maoism, all those isms, socialism, that's all totalitarianism, which means the government controls everything. So I don't think that's where we're at. So I don't really understand these signs about totalitarianism. Is the government telling you everything? Is Trump telling you everything you can and can't do right now? Is he controlling your life and you can't do anything that you want to do? I think that would be more like, that would be, wouldn't that be autocracy? I gotta look it up. I'm not familiar with all these terms. But I'm familiar with democracy, and I'm familiar with we voted for somebody and that's who's president. Turn my van off for a minute. I'm just sitting here wasting gas. Like a Trump supporter, burning up gas in my V8. Defend democracy! What does this one say? What do they say? What does that say? Hands off. Hands off social... Your check's gonna get bigger! She just laughed. I'm in Washington, Corey. They're carrying a banner of some sort, but I can't read it. In the mirror, everything's backwards. Here they come, though. We'll see if one of these deranged, violent anti-Trumpers has to spit in my window or something, because that's how they are. Here they come. Deport Elon Musk. Lock Trump up. Not gonna happen, I don't think. Probably not. Yeah, Department of Education sucks and we're getting rid of it. So, good luck. Yeah, they are dumb. I think that's an understatement. They are dumb. You see how I have my door locked and my window like 3/4 of the way up, though? A spitball could still get in here, though. I don't trust these people. Not one bit. I wouldn't want to live next to any of them. I don't like violent, deranged people, actually. There's just a constant flow of derangement coming right past my van here. Yeah, it is the Karen Express. Toot toot! Karen Express! Yeah, I know I'm so wrong, Jim. I'm so wrong. That's why Trump won by 5 million, over 5 million votes and won every single swing state, because I'm wrong and you're right. I'm wrong and Jim's right. Jim likes to flush tax money in the toilet. Jim likes USAID fist pumping money down the toilet to their friends and pet projects and total garbage. Yeah, does that sound good, Jim? Does that sound good to you, Jim, when all your tax money is flushed down the toilet? Or do you pay taxes? Are you one of these rich cronies of the Democrats that they sold us out to? Because that's who sold us out, was the Democrats. That's why we have nothing. That's why our fucking money is worthless, because they've been busy selling us out. Right? They've been busy selling us out, Jim. And you like that, I guess. You like to be sold out. You like having your tax money flushed down the fucking toilet. Right? Is that what you like? Who the fuck could defend USAID anyway? You'd have to be out of your fucking mind to defend USAID or the Department of Education. Go look at the statistics. Yeah, more money to Ukraine, more money to this, more money to that. Your check's gonna go up. When we get rid of people that shouldn't be getting a check, hands off our government. My grandpa's fought fascists, bigots, liars, blah, blah, blah. Blue tape sign. I can't read it, and I don't care anyway. Once we get rid of people, once we get rid of fraudulent checks going out to fraudsters, then the people that are supposed to get Social Security will be getting a bigger check. And not only that, their money will go farther. You just can't talk sense into people that are dumb. You just can't. No, yeah, Freedom Kiwi, I can't read, yeah. Okay. That's the type of bullshit rhetoric that the left has, because they have no plan, so they say stuff like that. They say dumb rhetoric and hateful, dumb comments, and they think they're cute because they have no plan. And when you have no plan, nobody's going to vote for you. Sorry. Nobody wants to vote for somebody with no plan, or a group of idiots that yell and tantrum and scream and have no plan, and scream about DEI, and they scream about stuff they know nothing about. Half these people have signs about keep my hands off the Social Security. That doesn't make any fucking sense. It just doesn't make any fucking sense. Here they go. I better quiet down before a deranged person does something. A lot of derangement going by here. You got to be careful, because these people get triggered really easily, and they burn stuff and they vandalize, and you got to watch out for these deranged people. Stop the felon. Who, you? You look a little suspicious yourself there, pal. Yeah, I'm not allowed. I mean, not with anything significant. I am parked right next to the correction center, so it'll be a short trip to the correction center when somebody gets violent. You got staters that pull in and out of this driveway right in front of me all night long, and that's the corrections building right there. So these people are real close to home.
Hey, ho, ho! Elon Musk has got to go! Hey, ho, ho! Elon Musk has got to go!
Hey, ho, ho! Get a life. Go vote. Get out and vote. Make sure to get out and vote. Yeah, it is the deranged left. Yeah, Jim, I'm not leaving this parking space because I'll never get a parking space back here for the rest of the day. Besides, I gotta protect my stuff from these deranged people. Like you probably are. People that burn things and tantrum and scream and yell. They don't vote, they just fucking tantrum. They love democracy until it didn't work for them. Americans against oligarchy. Yeah. Rich people didn't swipe your credit card, you did. Rich people didn't ruin your finances, you did. Elon Musk didn't swipe your fucking credit card. You did. Elon Musk didn't take your student loan out. You did. And obviously, any of you'd be glad to trade places with a rich person. It's just that you're not rich. That's why you don't like rich people. Yeah, Jim, I just assume too much, don't I? All white and all old. I don't care who they are. I haven't seen a lot of blue hair, but I wouldn't be surprised. I've just seen a lot of misguided people that would also love to be rich. Any of them would love to be as rich as Elon Musk. They just can't figure out how to get rich, so instead they tantrum and scream and yell and do that. And that's another tactic by the left. No Trump. Too bad. Already got him elected. I would love to be rich, Jim, and I'm gonna be one day. Yeah, I wouldn't mind at all. And when I am rich, you know what? I don't need scumbags like you putting your hand out to take all my fucking money. Yeah, that's why I have 94 people watching right now, because I'm whining. So thanks, Freedom. Thanks for helping my stats on YouTube. Stay tuned. You're just helping me out. The more you gripe, the more you comment, the more you come on here and complain, you're just helping me out. Yeah, go ahead and mock me. It only helps my channel, so go ahead and mock me. It's actually good for business. Yeah, cool. You come over, Mr. 15 minutes away. I'm sitting right next to the correction center, so come on over. I have friends around here too.
We'll get a buzz on.
I think I speak for most of America since we know who won. We got some deranged people on here making threats. Yeah, these do look like fools. I know, Jim. People are full of shit. Yeah, they were all hired by, half of them were probably hired to be here. Just an endless river of idiots. Yeah, they are deranged. Look at their signs, look at their message. It's called Trump derangement syndrome. People that claim to love democracy, and then democracy happens and then they don't like it because the person they liked didn't win. Well, that's not how democracy works. In democracy, you're not going to like who gets elected, probably. That's the way it goes. In democracy, it's mob rules. Not the greatest system, but that's what we have. Yeah, Danny, you sound like a leftist that has no plan, just hateful rhetoric. So that's why we won. That's why Trump won. Because the left has no plan. They just say stupid things like that. So go ahead and kick and scream and whine and all that. It's not going to get you anywhere. It's still happening. This train isn't going to stop. The Trump-Musk train isn't going to stop. We're going to keep on kicking doors in on federal agencies, and we're going to keep exposing the federal government. We're going to keep shutting stuff down. We're going to keep taking away money from politicians that are lining their pockets. It's just going to continue. They're not accomplishing anything. It's a joke. It's just a waste of time. Fair weather protesters. We didn't need to vote for Elon. He's essentially part of the cabinet. Trump is using him for what he wants, so we didn't need to vote for Elon. Who voted for the people that were in USAID sending money down the toilet? Who voted for them? Who voted for them? Who voted for all the? Who voted for all the people stealing behind the scenes? I don't give a fuck if it's Elon Musk or anybody else in there kicking the door in and auditing the federal government.
It's an anti-us.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares about your dumb signs. Nobody cares. Because we already voted. That's why we vote, so that we don't have to do this. Instead of voting, should we all run around and club each other over the heads and wave our signs around? Would that be a better system? Dummies.
Our voices will not be silenced. Make some
Well, at least you'll walk far enough away. I don't have to hear you anymore. Yeah, I'm a real butthead, Classy. I'm a real butthead. Sitting here turning on my camera, exposing deranged people in my neighborhood. Hey, this is good traffic for me, so keep it up. Keep up your hatred, keep up your comments, keep up your hate-filled rhetoric. It's great for my channel. Keep it up. It's awesome for my channel. The traffic is great. Because, YouTube is based on traffic, right? You know that? Based on traffic. It doesn't matter what your comment is. All that matters is that you keep commenting. Yeah, thanks, Brian. Thanks for the advice. Go get a job. See all the derangement in the comments? People like Trevor that have to post over and over because they're so fucking deranged. I've never seen such hatred as these people.
I wonder that every time.
They have no plan. All they have is hatred. No, that's right. I'm no better than anybody. I never said I was. I'm just right. No, wrong, Jim. Guess again. Jim King just has to keep commenting because he's deranged.
A little towards you, threw me off.
I don't even have to say anything anymore. You guys are just like running the show here, so keep fighting with each other, keep commenting. Keep saying stupid rhetoric, exposing yourself. One good thing about all these idiots is we're throwing a lot of stupid people in prison right now, and we're sending a lot of people to prison in South America right now, so that's really a good thing. These people are like fruit flies flying into a glass of wine when they burn down a Tesla. Elon Musk is from Africa, I believe. Yes, I'm just so bitter. So bitter. I'm so bitter. I can't stand my bitterness. Yeah, that's right, Panhead. Jarvin. Oh, I'll drive up to the Tesla Chargers next because I'm sure a bunch of these idiots will be up there later vandalizing them. So then I'll get that on camera too. I don't know. Is Rupert Murdoch from Australia? I don't know. South Africa? Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. There's a difference between legal immigration and illegal immigration, if you don't know that. There's a big difference. What matters, Jim? That he's from South Africa? He's legal. He's a legal U.S. citizen. He's not an illegal alien like you guys let in. What gave Biden the right to let in millions of illegal immigrants? Who gave him that right? He should be in prison right now. So should Mayorkas, and so should Harris, and so should everybody that allowed that to happen. They should be in prison. That was disgusting. The reason they attack Tesla is because they lack reason. You're right. That's absolutely right. Because they have no plan, and they're hate-filled people. They're filled with hate. And so when you're filled with hate, all you can do is burn stuff down, yell and scream, tantrum, call names, make what you think are cute little comments, but you still have no plan. No plan. We need a plan. We need somebody with a plan. That's why we have what we have now, because we needed somebody with a plan. Yeah, Dems are filled with hate. They're the most hate-filled people I've ever seen. Oh, we got a Tesla truck down there with some people. What's going on down there? They're blocking this guy from turning up the road. They're blocking this Cybertruck from turning up Wall Street. Because that's how they act. They're unreasonable, and they hate democracy, and they're filled with hate, and you're seeing it right here. So there's somebody blocking this person, telling them to go a different way. Well, I'm sorry, but you have the right to. You got the right to turn up this road. You're gonna let protesters stand there and. Oh, so that person's actually going to go a different way. So they think they had some kind of victory there, clapping. Yeah, that's sad. That's really sad. Really sad. Oh, I don't want to look at that. Yuck. Let's see here, let me reposition this so I can get all these dimwits. Oop. Don't cry. Okay, I won't. I'm not hiding in the car, my window's down. I don't want to lose my parking spot. There's nowhere better for me to go right now. I live in my van, so that's why I'm hiding in the car. I'm not married, Mr. T. Yeah, I'm over January 6th. As far as January 6th go, I say punish the criminals. That's all I have to say about January 6th. If you went in the Capitol and you did something you shouldn't have been doing, then you should be held accountable. But Trump didn't make anybody go in there. That's just a bunch of rhetoric and bullshit. That's just lies. That's lies that you heard on your favorite news station. Yeah, I know. The border should be wide open, but you're not allowed to drive up Wall Street. And they think that's a big victory. You see those clowns all clapping and waving because they blocked somebody from going where they were going. Maybe that person was headed up here to something important. But because they happen to be driving a Tesla, I mean, that's just like caveman logic. That's ridiculous. You know what's really ridiculous is a lot of Democrats are driving Teslas. And so hopefully a lot of people switch and they see how ridiculous their own party is. Okay, I'll quit crying, Jim, when you do. Quit commenting. Why don't you just get off my channel if you don't like it? I don't think I'm the one crying. I'm actually really happy about everything that's going on. I have no complaints. I don't think that anybody should be mean to just regular old employees that are being fired. I don't agree with that. You want me to throw you a bone? Okay, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with sometimes the immaturity that I see from Musk, but, you know, life's not perfect. So if things are going 95% my way, then I'm going to look past the other 5%. Because look how it's been over the years with all the theft. You like the government stealing your fucking money? I guess all these people do. They don't mind having all their money stolen, pumped down the fucking toilet. Yeah, okay, Jordan. Well, nobody really cares what you think, first of all. You have a little tiny voice. Nobody cares. And your commenting is only benefiting me, so keep it up. Keep commenting, all you haters. Keep commenting, because haters, like Whistling Diesel will tell you, haters are like they're a big driver for the channel, actually. So I love that the haters come on here and just comment over and over and over, and I don't care what you guys say. You can say anything to me. I don't have a thin skin, so I don't really care. You can call me a loser, you can call me this, that, all your rhetoric, because that's all the Democrats have is rhetoric and hate. They don't have a plan. What's the plan? Nobody can articulate a plan. Yeah, Trump already got impeached and it doesn't matter.
Well,
you're wasting your time. You guys are wasting your time. You're just annoying people. But that's their plan. That's their plan. So that sums up their plan. Be violent and annoy everyone.
Donald Trump has got to go.
Yeah, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Waste of ink, waste of paper, waste of energy, waste of time. It's all just a big waste of time. Yeah, thanks for commenting, haters. I appreciate it. The haters are really driving the traffic right now, and I appreciate it so much. Yeah, you said it, Happy Mac. You said it right there. Like I said before, any of these idiots would be happy to be rich. They'd all be happier than shit to be rich.
okay. Don't want to leave anyone behind.
Fuck Trump.
Yeah, fuck Trump.
Yeah, fuck Trump.
Fuck Trump.
Really?
That was a very deranged person just now. should have seen the derangement in that guy's eyes. That's the thing, is some people are sane and reasonable, like the people in charge right now, and some people are insane and unreasonable, and you gotta watch out for those people.
I wasn't even paying attention.
Come on.
This is getting boring and old.
Prison people aren't gonna like
I didn't get any today.
I know, you right. Yeah.
Well, we are in Washington State, so Washington State still hasn't gotten with the program yet, but they will. Yeah, I have looked at the numbers, and it's last time I looked, it was $800 and some per citizen or something like that that's been saved. But some people would rather that money just get pumped down the toilet to other countries and corrupt politicians and pet projects and DEI and just all the fucking garbage. At this point, this is just a bunch of crabs pulling each other back in the pot, is what it is. These people have been so brainwashed. Yeah, I'm the fool. I'm the fool, cake shaker. I'm the fool. I'm the fool. That's why you guys lost so bad, because I'm the fool. Trump's the fool. That's why he won, right? I don't think anybody has lost any rights. And nobody could probably tell me any rights that they've lost either, because nobody's lost anything. I mean, unless you like to take your dick in the women's room, then you lost. You're gonna lose out on that. Yeah, it's so tired and old now. It's so tiresome. Yeah, well, there's a lot of debate about Roe v. Wade. It's you can live somewhere where you like the laws. You can live in a state where you agree with other people that live in that live there, the way it should be. So, you know, if you're abortion happy, then go move to Washington or Oregon or California or someplace and go kill your babies until the cows come home. They allow it.
I don't really want to walk against traffic here.
No, I don't like Washington laws. I'm just here.
Let's pull over to the side here.
I'm familiar with it, so it's familiar territory. Yeah, I'm so mad. Aloha, I'm so mad. So mad. Actually, I'm pretty happy. I'm happy that Trump won. I'm happy that Elon Musk is kicking the doors down in these federal agencies and auditing them. I couldn't be happier.
I will, because I also have been told.
Yeah, billionaires aren't your problem. Your problem is your government flushing your money in the toilet. You can't blame billionaires because you'd like to be one. And besides, they're just following the tax code anyway. So if you don't like billionaires, then change the banking system. But you probably don't know how the banking system works in the first place if you're just sitting here spewing rhetoric. I don't care about Elon Musk stock. Actually, I just bought some because it's low right now, so it's a great time to buy. Because that company's not going anywhere. Yeah, I'm the trader. Oh, I'm the big fat trader.
Clears. That's what we did it.
I'm the big fat trader. It's too bad that people don't love democracy and don't accept the person that was elected. It's sad to see people tantrum in the streets like this. You know, this is what happens when you don't parent your kids. Yeah, he's only a felon because it got ramrodded, because all that bullshit got ramrodded through. It doesn't mean anything, and that's why he got reelected, because everybody knows it doesn't mean anything. The impeachment didn't mean anything. The felon thing doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything to people that know what's going on. It means nothing. I don't care about business records. I don't care about your petty gripes. I care that the federal government is finally being audited. That's what I care about. And we can finally see where some of our money's been going. That's what I care about. Maybe you should care about that stuff too. And stop caring about stuff that doesn't matter. Your little micro problems. Somebody looked at me wrong. Somebody did their business records wrong. I don't really give a crap, honestly. I don't care. I don't care. Look at what the politicians have been doing to you. Look what they've been doing to your money, and this is your biggest complaint is stuff like Elon Musk is rich and Trump is disagree with Trump. Whatever. Nobody cares. That's why we voted. You're being fed lies, so that makes no sense. Can you please articulate yourself with words that make sense? You're so anti-patriot. Okay, what does that mean? What does that mean? It means nothing. It's just more bullshit, more rhetoric, more words, more stupid, cute little sayings because you have no plan. You understand? You have no fucking plan. And that's the problem. And since you had no plan, we voted for someone that does have a plan. Understand? Does that make sense? To the low IQ people that are on my channel right now commenting? Yeah, I don't care if I've been reported. Keep reporting me. Report me till the fucking cows come home. No, Harris's plan was concepts of a plan. She couldn't articulate a plan. That's why Trump won. Because he had a plan that he could clearly articulate. And most people can articulate it back. I can articulate the plan right back to you because it was very clear. Walz and Harris lost because they have no plan and they believe in stuff that we don't care about, that the minority, that a small group of people cares about. It's really obvious. I knew Trump was going to win against Harris. It was a no-brainer. It was a no-brainer. I hope we never have to hear from Harris again because it was the weakest candidate I've ever seen in my life. I don't know anything about Project 2025, and neither does anybody else that I know, and neither does Trump. And nobody cares that you keep repeating that stupid rhetoric. I have no idea what it is. No idea at all, and I don't care. Hands off, so your check will get bigger, actually. Stupids. More tantruming. That's all they know how to do is tantrum. Because there's no plan. So go ahead and tantrum. Anybody committing crimes is going to jail or prison. So go ahead and tantrum. Camera's rolling. Thanks, Jim. for your stupid, brainless comment that doesn't matter. That has nothing to do with anything. Again, like I keep saying, no plan, just rhetoric from the Dems. I haven't heard one Democrat come on here and articulate anything. I haven't heard a Democrat articulate anything about a plan. All I hear is complaining and tantruming and misguided hatred and rhetoric. That's all I see and hear. Somebody, for God's sake, come on here and tell me what the fucking plan is for the Democrats. What is your plan? Does anybody know what your plan is or who your leader is? You don't know who your leader is. You don't know what your plan is. You're just rudderless. You guys are rudderless and misguided and filled with fucking hate. You guys are filled with hate. Plan for the Republicans? Easy. Bring manufacturing back here. Tax the shit out of people that want to do business in other countries. Kick out every illegal alien that's residing in this country that's not supposed to be here, so I don't have to compete with them for anything. You want me to keep going? There's a very clear plan. Audit the federal government. Do you want me to keep going? There's a very clear plan. Now tell me what the Democrat plan is. We need to make stuff fair for everybody. We need to tax the rich. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. So as soon as you guys find somebody with money, you think you deserve to go put your hand out. The government's supposed to put its hand out and take from people that earned their way in life. That's your plan, is to steal money from people that earned it. Your other part of the plan is to hire people based on race. So if we don't have enough black people, we gotta hire a black person. That's racist. What's the rest of your plan? Let's see. We got tax the shit out of billionaires. Hire in a racist way. What else? What's your other parts of the plan? What other plans do you have? Oh yes. Invest. Yes, invest. We're going to invest money that we don't fucking have, right? Like Joe Biden investing. Oh, what a great idea. Invest. Yes, thanks for investing my money that we don't fucking have because we're broke. And these Democrat morons think that the answer is to go and spend. Spend, spend, spend. Right? Keep spending. Good idea. That's why all you losers are fucking broke, because you can't handle a credit card. You can't handle your life. You can't look in the mirror and take responsibility for yourselves. That's why you lost. And you have no plan. Forgot about that part. I'm doing fine on my own. I don't need government handouts, thank you. Although I do have an EBT card right now, so fuck me. Yes, I'm living in a van. I can't talk shit. Why not? Why not? I got priced out of my apartment because of Democrats. My rent went from $1,100 to $1,500 in 3 years. I just said I rented. No, I just own the van and some property in another state. Yeah, I confess, but you know what? I'm not a fucking liar. I'm happy to tell the truth. Yes, I have one. It's true. Maybe I shouldn't, but I do. I'm not perfect. But you know what? I'm big enough to admit the truth about what's going on. I don't sit here and lie and sneak around and steal. I can just say the truth about what's going on. I don't worry about it. Yeah, okay, Clay. Nobody really cares what you think. You just need a place to whine and cry, so here it is, Clay. Keep whining and crying, Clay, because it really helps my traffic on my channel. Thanks, Jim. Keep it up. You're helping me out a lot. All the haters help me out a lot. You're helping me get to a place where I can earn money from my videos. So keep it up. It's called the free market. So by coming on here and being a hateful idiot, you're actually helping me out tremendously. So I thank you. I love you haters. I love you. I love all the haters on here. Yeah, Jim, I know enough about it. I'm not worried. Okay, like I said, things are happening for the first time in my life that I've always wanted to see happen. So it's finally happening. I'll take it. I'll take it. Yeah, Clay. I'm sure that your life is perfect, isn't it? Why don't you disclose, your bullshit? Clay thinks he's perfect. I have nothing to worry about. Life is good. Actually they did take away the EBT. I thought it was gone. I just said forget it, and then I went and looked a couple months later and they put money back on it. So it's my money anyway, so I'll go use it. I worked here for years. I'm not a career EBT person. I just got my card a few months ago for the first time in my life, and I'm 51, so I've paid over and over and over and over, many times over, for anything that I'm using on there. So I don't even want to hear it. A job? No, I'm proud not to have a job. I don't want a fucking job. Thank you. You can go to your job if you want. Go to your job. Maybe Joe Biden will create some jobs for you next time. Thanks, Jim. Nobody cares. Jim King thinks everybody cares about his comments. And I do care, Jim. I do care because all your comments help me out. So please comment twice as much rhetoric. Because I'm getting hundreds of hours of whatchamacallit right now, of watch hours. I'm getting hundreds of watch hours on this video, on this live stream. Mostly because of haters and deranged Democrats. Yeah, I don't want a job, Josh. I haven't wanted a job since my 30s. I don't need a job. I don't want a job. I'll go make my own money. I sell stuff for money, and that makes me enough money to get by. And I don't need anything more than I need. A baby killer lover. I don't get it. Oh, maybe that wasn't directed at me. Well, fortunately, all the derangement has mostly moved down to Broadway. Most of it has just moved away from me. But I'll tell you, these people, these hate-filled people are scary, especially that guy in the green hat that walked up to me. Derangement. We don't want derangement anymore. We want to lock up people like that. If you're a hateful terrorist, then we're going to lock you up. Yeah, night shift. Yeah, Josh, I don't care if you're bored. I really don't. Well, they're mostly gone now. We got a few stragglers like walking up the hill here. Civil servants are salt of the earth. Hands off something. Hands off education. Greenland veterans. That's quite a sign. Greenland even. Government waste. Oh, I like that. What's that? Oh, that's who is that? Oh, is that supposed to be Elon Musk? That's the worst picture I've ever seen. That's funny. I didn't know who that was for a minute. It looked like, I don't know what that looked like. Chairman Mao? Yeah, I don't really care what you think, King, and I don't think most people do, based on the way America voted. I think not a lot of people care what you think. Yeah, Jim, that's just more nonsensical commenting that means nothing, because you have no plan. That's why you make comments like that. You have nothing of your own. That's why you have nothing but hate. Yeah, I care about the stock market. I have a stock portfolio. And I'm not worried about it either. I'm not worried about it at all. Yeah, if you say so, Josh. If you say so, Jim and Josh. Jim King and Josh Rockwell, if you say so. Jim King and Josh Rockwell, they know everything. You just ask them, they know it all. They know everything. Well, Beat Boy, it's actually my channel, so I show whatever the hell I want to show. It's not really up to you. Yeah, Will Cash is better than everybody. Same old Democrats with no plan, just hateful rhetoric. Like I keep saying, all you got's hateful rhetoric. That's why you lost. Yeah, Ray, that's why you lost, because you have nothing but hate. Jim King is hate-filled, Beat Boy is hate-filled, Josh Rockwell is hate-filled, and all they know is how to spew rhetoric, because they have no plans. They don't even know who's leading the Democratic Party right now. Does anybody know? Does anybody know who's leading the Democratic Party right now? Because I don't think the Democrats even know. Actually, I'm getting a lot of traffic is why I'm here, because I found something to record, so that would get views, and so I'm getting the views. Ray needs money. Somebody give Ray Surya some money because he's broke. Give Ray some money, Freedom. He's as deranged as you are. Yeah, you guys can give each other money. I don't really give a crap. Give each other money. Is that supposed to bother me? I don't really care. I don't care about deranged people unless I have to be near them. They are depressed because they don't have any plan, T-Money. Yeah, Will Cash knows everything. Am I supposed to feel bad, Will Cash? I don't. I don't. I don't feel bad at all. Dusky Scab Rat? Dusty Scab Rat? Nobody cares what you think. Dusty Scab Rat. I've got everything I need. Life is good. And I sure as fuck don't want a goddamn job, but you can go ahead and go to yours if you want. So you can keep paying corrupt politicians to flush your money down the fucking toilet at USAI fucking D. If you agree with that bullshit.
Yeah, and they, you know, you gotta
Not oligarchy. I'm paying attention in my civics class. Democracy, not oligarchy. You know, it's become fashionable to blame rich people for your problems. It's really sad. Because I'll tell you something, rich people aren't your problem. Your own government is your problem. The Federal Reserve Bank is the problem. USAID flushing money down the toilet is your problem. The IRS coming after people for money that they shouldn't be is your problem. Corrupt politicians lining their pockets. Pelosi's insider trading. I could go on for hours probably about it. It just doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. And all you morons that are complaining about Trump, you're like crabs that are pulling each other back into the boiling water. You see somebody, you know, and you want to pull them back in. Well, you guys don't even need to be brainwashed anymore. It's 100% worked. You're all the way brainwashed to the point where you're like protecting the criminals that are fucking you over. Completely fucking brainwashed. Jim King is brainwashed. He's one brainwashed son of a bitch. Yeah, they can take the EBT away. When they take it away, then I'll just go buy food with my money. Let them take it away. I would encourage them to take it away. I'd be happy if they took it away. Because it wouldn't be all about me. It would be all about the people that live on EBT and won't ever do anything about it. They just, these career suckers that just suck off the government tit. Yeah, Mr. T, I report everything. I pay my taxes. Take away my EBT card. I could give a shit. Honestly. I could give a shit. You know, but feeding people is not my biggest gripe. My biggest gripe is billions and billions of dollars of ours being flushed into the toilet. That's my biggest gripe. It's not that people are getting some sort of assistance or food, least of all fucking food assistance. Please. Please. Besides, I use my card to buy food for homeless people all the time when they ask me or if I think they need something. I help a lot of people out. I don't really give a fuck what people think about me. It's not about me. I don't care what you think about me. Honestly. I honestly don't give a fuck what people like Jim King fucking think about me or these other suckers that are on here saying they're bullshit. The reason they're kicking and screaming and tantruming is because, once again, there's no fucking plan. And still, after this long on here, I still have not seen anybody try to articulate a plan. Yeah, actually, schmuck, I'm sober. So, it shows what you know. But nobody really cares about your opinion anyway. You're just part of my traffic on here. You're just part of the traffic. The surveillance van. Yeah, you know what, Crazy Larry? I'm glad to be uneducated. I think dumb people are the easiest to educate, actually. That's why there's so many dumb people complaining about Trump. I'm not talking about IQ. I'm just talking about dumb people who probably coincidentally have an IQ under 100, I would say. I bet most anti-Trumpers probably have under 100 IQ. Jim King's probably one of them, probably low IQ. I actually took an IQ test, and they say I'm smarter than 95% of the population, according to the test. So, you can say whatever you want about me. I don't really care. I feel sorry for dumb people, though. Gullible, dumb, educated people that went and got a so-called education. So, in other words, you went somewhere and you probably borrowed money from the government to go and have some idiot tell you a bunch of stuff that's not first-hand information, and then you believed it and regurgitated it, and then you got a certificate that says how you're so smart. Well, I'm sorry, but regurgitating information is not intelligence. So if you went and you got a degree because you were able to regurgitate information really well, I'm sorry, that's not intelligence. Sorry to tell you. Oh, Jim King, now he's just down to one word, liar. Which part's a lie, Jim? Which part's the lie? That's funny, Corey. Good point. Good point. I never thought of that. I don't know. I don't know what that I don't know. All I can tell you is the score I got and looking up what it means. That's all I can tell you. And I cross-checked it, and it essentially says the same thing no matter where you look. So I don't know. I mean, I'm sorry if I'm smarter than you are. If that pisses you off, I'm sorry. You know, you're probably, most likely, you're in the 5%. That's, I mean, statistically, you're probably in the 5% if you're arguing with me right now. Or, sorry, in the 95%. If you're in the 5%, then I'm the dummy. Isn't that how that works? I don't know. I'm so smart that I'm stupid. Right? Yeah, it would bother me, Crazy Larry. It would bother me because I have no problem changing my mind, and I have no problem agreeing with whatever I think I agree with. It's not based on anything. Look, if Harris had a plan that I liked, I'd have voted for her, but she didn't. Yeah, Mr. T, you're an idiot. Nobody cares what you think. You're just like showing everyone that what I said is true, that all you have is rhetoric and no plan. Once again, no plan, no plan, no fucking plan, Mr. T. No plan, Jim, no fucking plan. No plan at all. Just hate and rhetoric, right? Yeah, Billy Crystal, good one. Only geniuses need EBT cards. We have concepts of a plan. you know, they got that because we kept saying that about Harris, and it was true. And so the other side went and just started saying it because we were saying it. But it makes no sense because Trump has a really clear plan. And I don't know how anybody could say there's only concepts of a plan when there's a really clear plan. Two of the main points of it are deport illegal aliens and bring back manufacturing. That's two parts of the plan. So there's other parts also, but he's been very clear about the plan. Very, very fucking clear about it. Every day on the campaign trail, most people, most supporters could tell you what the plan is in a pretty concise way. But go ask a Democrat what their plan is. Who's their leader? What's their plan? There's nothing. There's nothing. There's no leader, and I still haven't had one comment telling me who the Democratic leader is right now. Jim King or one of you idiots, please, I would love to hear who is the leader of the Democratic Party right now. No, I watched Harris plenty enough to be done with her forever. No, it hasn't, Crazy Larry, and I'll tell you why it hasn't. Because there's only one way to fix this, and that's to fix the infrastructure, and that's to fix the parts that are wrong. Once again, we have to manufacture stuff here. Okay? We have to. We have to manufacture here. And we have to deport illegal aliens. Sorry if you don't like it, but the first thing you're gonna do in my country is walk in here and give me the middle finger and get ahead of everyone else in line that lives here? No. Part of what makes the country great is law and order. Ray's hungry. Somebody send him some money. Why don't you guys trade cash apps and send Ray a bunch of money? He's hungry. He can't figure out how to eat. Yeah, I don't care about prices going up due to tariffs because I believe we need to discourage all this bullshit stuff that's been going on with Apple going to China to manufacture and car companies building their cars in Canada and everywhere else and all the plants closing down. Go look at Detroit and tell me that we don't need manufacturing. Go look at Detroit. That's okay with you? That we don't make anything here? That's fine? That's fine with everybody that we don't produce anything here or manufacture anything here except for debt? Yeah, see, here goes Jim again with more hateful rhetoric because he doesn't have a plan or a leader. Hi. You guys hate Trump that much?
I'm sorry?
You guys hate him that much?
I hate the man.
Why?
Oh my God. How old are you?
51 in April. That's in a couple weeks.
74, 75. This is not our country. I'm sorry you feel that way. He's ruining us. He's totally ruining us.
I just disagree with you.
You have to educate yourself, sir.
Well, I watch a lot of different news. Do you watch a lot of different channels?
Oh yeah. MSNBC, CNN, once in a while Fox. If I have to see what they're
You gotta watch them all.
But I listen to podcasts. I listen to a lot of political
I do too.
podcasts. And
I just don't understand. You know, all my life I've wanted somebody to audit the federal government. All my life I've wanted that.
yeah.
And
I live on Social Security. What do you ever do for me?
I think your check's gonna get bigger.
Fuck it.
You
will
think?
not.
I think it
But
will.
you know what? A year ago, I didn't think about my check.
I
having
think
to
because
be
when they stop sending it to fraudulent places, you're gonna get the money that you're gonna get more money.
Do they send 150-year-old people No.
No. Those, no.
Do either of us have first-hand information on that yet?
Well, we don't have information
they're-
on what they're finding.
They're saying hundreds of
they're-
people.
I know
Because
they're
everything
not
is
being
secretive.
transparent.
Or
They're being
thousands.
They
secretive.
Well,
have
no.
to be. They have to be out in the open. If they see fraud, okay, let us know where the fraud is, how much it is.
I thought they're doing that with Doge. You can go to the website and look.
No.
You could go. It
There's
says what they're
nothing.
doing.
There's nothing. It's just
It
talk.
is.
It's nothing
Please,
substantial.
please educate yourself. Midas Touch Podcast, MEIDAS Touch.
Midas Touch?
Midas Touch Podcast is it's the #1 podcast, independent podcast right now.
All I can tell you
Check
is
it out,
stuff's
please, would
happening that I've wanted to see happen for a long time.
You know what? We can clean up the government. We can do all that. Everybody wants that, man.
Have you
But
heard where our money been going at USAID?
You know what? Yes, defeat. You know
Is
what?
that okay with you?
Oh my God! $1 to feed a child a meal,
No,
and
I'm-
they're starving.
No, I'm talking about millions of dollars.
I gotta go. She's on a deadline.
Nice talking with
You
you.
know what? Midas Touch Podcast. Please listen to it. Listen to another
I'll
one.
look.
Another one called Shrinking Trump.
Hey, I'll look at anything.
Okay, it's a site. There are 2 psychologists. Shrinking Trump is another.
But I'm not
podcast.
out just looking for reasons from ends to a means to an end or whatever the thing is.
All these people are telling you, sir. All these people. Have you seen this before in your
Yeah,
life?
but we voted. Doesn't everybody love democracy?
You know what? The man has narcissistic personality.
Yeah, but these
disorder.
are all just
You know
attacks.
what? You know what? Google that. NPD.
Yeah, I know. I still don't agree
Yeah,
with you. That's
I
all.
gotta go.
All right.
I gotta go.
What does that mean, Billy? Just don't wave any booze in front of him. He might give you his EBT card. Yeah, I'm really disinterested in booze. I think alcohol is probably the worst drug out there, but it's funny to me that they say drugs and alcohol when people go home and have a glass of wine every night, and that's really no different than a heroin addict. Schmuck, you can say whatever you want, but the name is true. Schmuck. And once again, like I keep saying, it's just all there is hateful rhetoric. There's no plan. It's just hateful rhetoric. Stuff like, you're a junkie, this and that, you need to get a drink, you need to get a job. Like that lady was saying, all you guys have is personal attacks because you have no plan. Yeah, I agree with you, Will Cash. I think alcohol is if it's not the worst drug, it's probably one of them. Am I depressed, crazy? That's none of your business. Not at the moment. Are you? He's a junkie. He's smarter than I am. Yeah, Billy. You sound like the idiot drug counselor that I saw. God, what an idiot. I should have been her counselor, actually. Because dumb people don't know what to do with a smart person. They just don't know what to do. It just, overwhelms them. Well, we're down to attacking each other's character, aren't we? I mean, what kind of character do you have to burn down a Tesla, you know? Are you a person of character? Are you a person of character blocking a Cybertruck from turning up Wall Street by standing there and getting in the way? Are you a person of good character? No, it wasn't, Mr. T. It was not. I don't have any court-ordered anything. No, I just went. Didn't like her. She was an idiot. Like so many low IQ idiots that just want to talk and don't want to listen. You know, if you've got a real low IQ, you might want to listen more and talk less. Listen to people who are a little smarter than you are. Yeah. Yeah, here we go with the more, like I keep on saying, hateful rhetoric, no plan. And here we go. Moronic, Mr. T, Schmuck, Billy. It's all just hateful rhetoric with no plan. That's why you guys lost, and you'll continue to lose. You won't see a Democrat in the White House for a good 20 years because you guys are so stupid. You could take that to the bank.
Keep up the good work, brother.
You like it?
Yeah, man. I just wanted to say, can they hear me?
Maybe.
Just get them a little bit closer. Mr. T, you're a bitch. Jordan, you're a bitch. Don't talk about it, be about it. I came out here, I said, God bless Donald Trump to all those people down there. And this guy's doing good stuff. I love it.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, man. Keep it up.
Have a good day.
You too.
See what's up? That's what's up. Yeah, good, Mr. T. You got a shout out. You can go back to your, what's that called? Echo chamber, where you sit there and you talk to all the people that agree with you. Yeah. What does that mean, Jim? Do you hate, are you a hater? You hate gay people? Jim hates gay people. Jim King hates gay people. Look at Jim King's comment. He hates gay people. Yeah, this is a small group of fair weather protesters out here, and it doesn't even move the needle. They're just wasting their time. They're just totally wasting their fucking time. It doesn't move the needle anywhere at all. It's just sad. It's just really sad. Jim, why are you still on here? Yeah, people. I mean, I'll talk to anybody, but I don't like deranged people. You saw, I just talked to two people that I disagree with, and then I talked to somebody that I do agree with. I don't mind having a civil conversation with anybody that wants to, but I've heard no plan from the left. All I hear when people comment from the left is hateful rhetoric. Because they have no plan. And they tantrum instead. And it's really sad. Democrats have concepts of a plan. I wouldn't even go that far, honestly. I don't think they even have a concept of a plan. I really think that all they know right now is to be angry and hateful and burn Teslas, which are not owned by Musk. Those are just innocent people that happen to be driving a Tesla. Mostly Democrats, because Democrats were making a big fuss about going green, so they used to all be behind Tesla. So you guys agree with burning down Teslas and that are just owned by regular people? You agree with all that bullshit? You agree with firebombing and vandalizing and destroying and trying to take down an American company with American workers? You guys agree with all that? Dan does. Well, Dan, you're a terrorist, and if you go burn a Tesla, you'll be in federal fuck me in the ass prison for 20 years. So we're gonna find all the super deranged terrorists, and we're gonna throw them in prison. That's the good news. They're coming out of the woodwork. They're just coming out of the woodwork. This is exhausting. Politics is exhausting. Dealing with haters is exhausting. Yeah, we were going to go bankrupt if you hired Harris to do the job. God only knows what she would have done. Jesus. I don't think she's got an idea in her head. No, Mr. T, I'm sticking right here because it's hard to find parking around here. Besides, some deranged people could come find me and I could get it all on camera. I don't care about rich people. If you want to blame, I think you're just misguided if you blame rich people. Okay, let me explain something to you, dummies that blame rich people. The federal government has been stealing your money. Okay, and the Federal Reserve Bank is a private bank that we buy our money from them. So go ask yourself, why do we buy our money from the Federal Reserve Bank, which is no more federal than Federal Express? It's not a federal agency. It's not a government agency. So why don't you blame the Federal Reserve Bank and the banking system, number one? If you kill that root, you kill most of the problems in this country. Ask your government why they don't make their own money. Why do we buy it from a private bank with interest? So there's never enough money to pay back the money with interest. You need to borrow more money to pay back the interest. That's a scam. Ron Paul used to talk about it. The other problem, well, that's the primary problem, the banking system. That's 90% of it, I bet. I think that's 90% of it. If there's another percentage of it, it's just the government stealing. It's just people that get in, they just get in there, they get in a position where they're around money or they're able to do something for their buddies or their friends, and they steal. Just like what was going on at USAID with all the theft. That was just theft is all that was. There was nothing legitimate about it except maybe some of the food assistance, but that's bullshit too, because I've heard from other countries they don't want our fucking food assistance. They don't fucking want it because the farmers there can't sell their fucking rice if you're dropping off bags of rice, dummy. You're fucking over the local farmers and the local economy and sticking your goddamn nose in where it doesn't belong. So the USA needs to get its fucking nose back in the borders here and get along with the rest of the world, and then most of our problems will be done. It's too bad people don't realize that there's finally people looking out for them. And instead of saying, oh, I'm glad people are looking out for me now, I'm glad people are looking out for Americans and American interests and bringing back manufacturing and trying to actually fix the roots of the problem, instead we got crabs trying to pull each other back in the pot. Brainwashed people that are so goddamn brainwashed over the years that they actually believe this bullshit. Well, I'm sorry, if you're not a critical thinker, then you probably voted for Harris. If you are a critical thinker, you probably voted for Trump, because that's what makes sense. That's why he won, because it makes sense. That's why centrist Democrats voted for Trump. That's why a bunch of black people voted for Trump and Hispanics voted for Trump. That's why he won over 5 million by over 5 million on the popular vote, won every swing state, and destroyed Harris. Just fucking destroyed Harris. Why do you think that is? Because you're so fucking smart? Because Jim is so fucking smart? Mr. T is so fucking smart? Smarter than everybody, right? You're smarter than all the fucking voters. I don't need to drink any Kool-Aid, Jim. The man is doing what I wanted done before he ever came along. Before he was ever on the scene, I wanted somebody to audit the federal government. Long time ago, I wanted the waste to stop at USAID when I heard about it. It's disgusting. And nobody ever did anything about it. All you hear is these fucking schmucks standing up there, blah, 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 blah. Tax rich people, blame rich people. You know what? These politicians have been selling you out. They've been selling you out, and you've drank the fucking Kool-Aid that they've served you, Jim. You've drank the Kool-Aid, Jim. That's why you disagree with me. Because you drank the Kool-Aid. The whole fucking pitcher. Anybody that thinks or has a brain in their fucking skull and has an IQ over 100 voted for Trump. Stupid people voted for Harris. Because they were sold a bunch of bullshit. And it's easy to sell bullshit to stupid people. Hence all the protesters. Well, I got news for protesters. You're wasting your time. Why don't you go look in the mirror and clean your own shit up? Make sure you're not the problem when you leave the house every day. Mr. T, make sure you're not the problem.
Oh, good. They're going to be so angry. The dog's going to be all wild up.
The poor people who run the Fed. Yeah, I got news for you. Poor people aren't running the Fed. It's run by people. It's owned by people that it's probably unknown who owns it. I can tell you one thing. It's not a government agency. No, Dan, maybe you're thinking of yourself. I don't know. But once again, like I've said probably at least 100 times now, you have no plan and you have no leader. You're rudderless, kicking and screaming and bitching and moaning and tantruming with your cute little sayings and your cute little smart remarks that don't mean anything. Because that's all you have. You have no plan. No plan. And rich people aren't to blame. So to, indict rich people for being rich is just, that's an idea of somebody that has no plan and knows nothing about life and knows nothing about themselves, knows nothing about how to make money. If you just go around blaming everyone else and feeling sorry for yourself, then yeah, you're probably a Harris supporter and an anti-Trumper because you like the Kool-Aid that is sold to you by the Democrats. All this talk about how they're going to help you and all this righteous bullshit, all this virtue signaling about what's right and what's wrong. Well, you know what? I know what's right and what's wrong. I don't need the Democrats to tell me. So I don't need anybody to tell me what's right and what's wrong. I have a real good sense of what's right and what's wrong. You tell me, Mr. T, who runs the Federal Reserve Bank? Since you're so knowledgeable. Who runs it? Doesn't matter who runs it. We buy our fucking money with interest from them. So it doesn't matter. And you got these clowns in there raising and lowering interest rates. affecting the whole fucking country. You agree with that? You agree that we should buy our money from a private bank and pay interest on every dollar?
No one was. Yeah, no, I bet.
Yes, rich people run the Federal Reserve Bank. They own it. They don't run it. They own it. Jerome Powell's up front right now. He's the tool that's up at the podium right now. Just being rich is not any kind of indictment. You're just twisting things around. Rich people aren't to blame because rich people here in this country got rich from following the laws and following the rules. I'm not talking about royal families and that type of rich people. I'm talking about millionaires and billionaires in this country. I'm not talking about kings and queens. We don't need any fucking kings and queens, and we don't need the Federal Reserve. Yeah, I don't blame rich people.
So you're still on the board.
Some people I blame happen to be rich. There's a difference. But you're probably a low IQ person, so you don't understand what you think that you're getting somewhere here, but you're not. Yeah, most people haven't lived without breaking the law, I'd say. So, rich or poor. But to say rich people are the problem and go stick your hand out every time you see somebody with money, that's a loser mentality. Some people have made a bunch of money, so you think that it's your right to just go and take it. That's what the federal government does. They send the IRS out to steal money from people. I don't really care. I agree with free speech. I don't really care about speech. I think the more free speech, the better. That's another difference between me and the Democrats. They'd like to shut everybody up and have a monopoly on information. But the problem is nobody has any first-hand information, so we're all just saying what as best we can figure. I miss most of that paragraph, that giant paragraph, moronic cat, because it keeps going by so fast. Yeah, you can say what you want, okay? The fact that we're even talking about it is music to my ears. Because nobody even cared to fucking mention it for years. So you can have Elon Musk audit these federal agencies, or you can have Mickey Mouse do it. I don't really give a fuck. No, I really doubt that that's true, that Trump bans people for asking questions. You mean as soon as somebody hits him with a microphone in the face, he bans them? I think that's what you're talking about. From that stooge that hit him in the face with a microphone. What a moron. But he handled it great. Like they said, he looked at him like he'd look at his kids if they didn't put the milk away. Because he's composed and he's reasonable. And that's why we hired him. And he's doing the right thing. And he's going to keep doing the right thing. And you can protest and kick and scream and tantrum and call me names and everything else, and you can burn stuff down. It doesn't change anything. This train is going to keep on going. This steamroller is going to keep going at 100 miles an hour, so you better get out of the way. It should be called the Gulf of America, because look at where it is. Makes sense that it should be called the Gulf of America. Yeah, because we don't want people, we don't need people being stupid and causing problems. That's the point. So if you're gonna be invited in, and if you're gonna be invited into the Oval Office or the White House, and you're gonna continue to be a rude moron, then yeah, you're gonna get kicked out. Sorry, you can't compose yourself, you can't follow the rules, you're out. I 100% agree. Why would you? It's a privilege to be in there. And they've let more people, they've let more people in there than I've ever been let in there. All sorts of diversity now in the press room. I've honestly had enough of this conversation. I hope you all have a good night and don't get too deranged. Thanks to the supporters, no thanks to the deranged people.